Hello! No, this is not the result of a horrific experiment to try and make Lucas and Molly into one person. I'm John MacLeod, and I'm your emergency presentational hologram. It's going to be a grand show this evening, and we have performing with us, we've got Dinkle, we've got Southwark, and no pandemic honeybox would be complete without our Zoom wall. Hello, everybody. How are you all doing? You can't all answer that at once. That was a mistake. So, we've got Beth Schoff in the room. How are you, Beth?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
Excellent. I'm not too bad. Not too bad. It's a bit warm. I forget how warm it gets in here. You've had some interesting stuff going on lately. Tell us about what you've been up to.
I mean, I just don't really like sitting still. So sort of after Christmas, I was getting a bit itchy because I've been running both my blogs for a couple of years now and wanted to get into a little bit of broadcasty kind of stuff. So I decided to launch a podcast.
And you've done a grand job with it as well.
I mean, it was one of those ideas that sort of happened overnight, and I figured if I didn't do it now, it wouldn't end up happening. So I had to just sort of run with it. Yeah,
brilliant. I mean, how have things been going with work and stuff as you've been getting through lockdowns 1, 2, 3 and beyond?
Yeah, it's been really busy. We've all been working from home though, so actually it's given me a couple of hours a day extra to get what I want to do done. So nice. I can't complain.
Yeah, your commute's gone right down.
Yeah, definitely. It's like 2 minutes from my bed to my sofa. So.
Superb. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is our Zoom wall. We will be hearing more from these people later. But now, ladies and gents, it is Dinkle. It is not. It is Southwark. I'm new. 'Cause when I'm with you, 'cause I don't wanna feel nothing. 'Cause when I'm with you, you're my heart of your presence.
Inside a musky mind on a misty summer's night, me and my friends get drunk, not high. We learn to love ourselves, for our insecurities, and turn them into beautiful securities to somewhat beautiful life. My friend's been sick again on the old cobbled pavement. Neighbour shouts, keep the noise down. We laugh, go home, play PlayStation, do the same again, 7 days a week, 6 weeks straight. I live in a sad, lonely town with my friends. And we dance to Madonna.
I'll pick you up for up as we can. I'll pick you up for up as we can.
we can. Could have been a cowboy, but I never learned to ride a horse. I could have been a sailor, but I not got seasick at the thoughts. I could have been a soldier, but I never liked guns nor violence. Could have been a librarian, but I couldn't sit that long in silence. And I hope I play my cards right. Sometimes I lie awake at nights till I see the sun rise. And I could have been a philosopher if I knew how to word my thoughts right. I could have been a doctor, had insights, and I made my headlights. I could have been an actor, had I not been camera shy. I could have been a dancer, had my arms and legs moved in time. And I hope I play my cards right. Sometimes I lie awake at night till I see the sun rise. I'm the only one that's ever been me. Ooh, the only one to see the things that I've seen. And though this body's bound to act and this mind is bound to think, there's something deep inside saying I am free. Ooh, ooh, ah, yeah.
Has he tried moving it sideways? Oh, hi, welcome back. As we know, we are moving out of lockdown, and as we do that, we are starting to look at getting music events back on. Venues are starting to gear up to be ready and welcome audiences and musicians alike. So we have, back to our magic Zoom wall of magic, we have people to talk to. We have Mr. Pete Weatherburn.
Well, I'll mute myself then.
There we go. Hello, how are you doing?
Very good. How are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. I nearly gave exactly the same answer I gave to Bethan. So, bit warm is where we are.
Bit warm, yeah.
How have things been going on over the pandemic? How have you been managing?
Yeah, all good. Yeah, fine. Just doing a lot of walking and getting out in the garden. You know, what else can you do, really?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not a great deal. But a little birdie tells me that you are looking to bring All Sage Music Festival back this year.
Yeah, that's the plan. So we've set a date. So 21st of August is the date we've set. And we're just in discussion with the local council to get approval for the event. So fingers crossed. Obviously, as people who have attended the event before will know, it's normally in July. We felt it was a little bit close to the 21st of June deadline, so we just thought put it back a couple of weeks, and then got a good chance of it going ahead. So we just need to get all the COVID protocols agreed. We don't know what they're going to be at the moment, so we'll put the application in and we'll see where we go with it.
Really,
fingers crossed. Everyone, please keep your fingers crossed for
yeah,
us.
everybody cross fingers.
Yeah.
It is really difficult when you don't quite know what's going to be what, like even like the week before. So fingers crossed.
Yeah.
And we also have with us Mr. Ben Nixon.
Hi, John.
Hello. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks. Yourself?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. And a bit warm. So how's science been getting on?
Yeah, we're on fire. I mean, we were always on fire, but
Not literally.
Yeah, not literally. No. But yeah, so we've been practicing hard. We've just released the EP, which is going well, and we're currently working on the second album. Honestly, just wait until you hear what we've got coming.
Really can't wait. It's really good stuff. And as well, also on the event front, your City Festival, July.
Yeah, July 24th and 25th. Assuming that everything's going to go to plan with the roadmap lifting.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's looking good. We've got the first lineup out already. We're releasing the second wave lineup in 2 weeks' time. Yeah, we've just got to see how it goes, really. It's been a challenge this year, and we've had to downsize completely. But we'll get there in the end. You know, I mean, to be honest, I've been dying to go watch gigs, so having one, putting a festival on's like a little cherry into it.
Yeah, exactly. That again, really looking forward to these starting to go ahead. And who else is in the room? We have got Ash Wall.
Hi.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, which is always nice. How are you doing?
It's a good start. I'm good, mate. I'm good. A little bit warm.
Yeah.
But I'm all right.
I love a good callback. That was fantastic. So, I mean, you've had quite an eventful sort of lockdown and things with bands and Pilgrim's Pit and all sorts of stuff. Tell us a little bit about how things have been going with you.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of Pilgrim's Pit, the lockdown seemed like a good, final nail in the coffin to kind of put that on hiatus for a little bit. And it gave us the time to, step back and think about what's going to happen moving forwards.
Yeah.
And then, I suppose with the bands, it's almost a similar kind of thing. There's been a lot of gigging and a lot of like forward movement that was going on, and it's been real nice now to just sit back, have a think about where we are, where we'd like to be, get a bit more on the creative side of things rather than just the gigging and the pushing it out there stuff. So, yeah, it's had its ups and downs, but it's new beginnings and all this kind of stuff. It's been fun.
Just trying to make the most of the time, really, isn't it? So you have a new venue that you're looking to bring to Hanley, is that right?
Do indeed, yes. We've got the Captain's Bar, which is just on the outskirts of the city centre. Hoping to get that open as soon as next month. We'll see how that actually pans out though.
Yeah.
But yeah, going for a bit of a tropical beach boat themed cocktail bar, and then in the back there's a lovely garage that we're trying to turn into a music venue.
Oh, super.
And we may well see some Pilgrim's Pit throwback type things going on back there when it's ready. So
well, that'll be great.
Yeah, exciting times.
Brilliant. Now, we know that Lucas and Molly can't be with us, but Molly has recorded an interview with Staffordshire poet Nigg Degg about, among other things, his new book. So it'll be really interesting to see. So take it away, Molly.
We are joined by Nigg Degg. Hello, how the devil are you?
Fine and dandy, thank you very much. Thanks for having us.
That is always good to hear. So, for a man in lockdown, you've been quite busy. Do you want to tell us what you've been up to? Maybe a sneaky mention of this as well?
Oh, yeah, I'll have a sneaky mention of that. Well, I suppose like a lot of people, this time last year, March, April, I got furloughed from work. And it was brilliant because the sun was out and you were free from work. After that initial guilt of a week or two where you thought, I should be doing a bit of work. But no, the sun's out and you're just walking around and seeking inspiration from hither and thither. So I think what I did, I thought I've got all this time on hand and I've got all these poems to hand. So why not get them all in one place and collate them? And had a word with Mel at Dreamwell Publishing, and I came out with a book called A Cup of Teeth, which is a 158-page stonker, and that took probably about 4 months to get together. And then there were some works which were missing, because when I do local gigs, I tend to do more sort of dialect poetry and more sort of Stoke-on-Trent poetry, if you like, which wasn't really contained in the other book. So I thought I would come out with I Come From a Town, which I Come From a Town is quite a well-known poem. It's done ever so well since I put a bit of video to it. It's been on telly and all sorts.
It's absolutely gorgeous. Like, it literally, just reading it in my own head, I mean, I do read it in your voice, so I won't lie. It's very, very hard not to. It's just, get goosebumps reading it. It's absolutely stunning. It's beautiful.
Oh, that's lovely of you to say so. I mean, I suppose it was one of the poems that when I first started doing open mics, it must be 5 or 6 years old now, and it always created a response from the audience, and I love that. You know, I think the thing with open mics is most of the artists are music. You know, it's either bands or singer-songwriters. So if you're a poet, you've just got to hit them in the face. Because if you just talk about, you know, trees and flowers and stuff like that, nobody's interested. But if you talk about something gritty and urban and something that involves them, you know, they get it. And, you know, it's been a good poem for me. I Come From a Town. And then that is the first poem in the book. And then the rest of it is, you know, there are quite a few poems in local dialect, and there are quite a few poems which might not mean anything to anybody because they're a bit surreal, but what the hell? You know, who writes the rules of poetry?
Nobody. I tell you what, it made me laugh out loud, and it makes me laugh out loud every time I read it. The New Bloke, oh my word. It's such a good punchline. I mean, everybody watching this is obviously going to have to buy a copy of the book so they can read it themselves.
Well, I've just ordered another 100 copies, so I've got loads of them now. Well, when I do that live, actually, that is a bit more adult, shall we say, that last line, which might have made you laugh out loud. It might have made you go, oh, he swore.
Oh, I can't wait to come and see you live again. Very, very much looking forward to that day.
Oh, I can't wait. I really can't wait for things to open up and to start performing again. You know, I've done a few Zoom things and stuff like that, but it's not the same. It's not the same as smelling people's eyes and listening to their ears.
I completely and utterly agree. I can't wait to be upstairs at a Wordcraft event, all nestled in. Oh, absolutely cannot wait.
Yeah, me too.
Have you got anything planned for this year, or are you being tentative in your approach? What's on the agenda?
I'm not being tentative. I'm being quite proactive in trying to get gigs. I think I've got a Punk All Day thing coming up in December, and I've been working on and off with Mick Artistic, who at the moment is a big favourite of Iggy Pop's, and he's always playing him on Radio 6. And Mick Artistic is playing in Leek in, I think, October, and I'll be supporting him there. And I'm also trying to support him in Hebden Bridge and Northwich as well, and maybe a Leeds gig as well, because it's bonkers. Even though I'm a Stokey bloke and I talk like this, I've played in Leeds a few times, and they really get it. It's crackers, isn't it? Yeah.
People clearly love a Stoke accent, don't they? Contrary
That's
to
obviously what it is. Yeah. Yeah.
No, I'm joking. It's absolutely amazing. So I believe you're going to recite a poem for us, if you would be so kind.
I will do. And I won't do the obvious one. I won't do I come from a town. But what I will do is a date with a Port Hill poet, which if you were lucky enough to come on a date with me, this is what you can expect, because I live now 2 streets away from where I grew up in Port Hill. So Port Hill, Longport, Middleport, Westport Lake and Longbridge Hayes, they were all our playgrounds as a kid. And, I went to Bradwell School, and our cross-country run used to go around Westport Lake and past all the factories on Chemical Lane. And all of that is just so ingrained in me. And hopefully that comes through in the poem. So this is a date with a Port Hill poet. I'll walk you, duck, from the slag heap to the shore druck and alongside the cut that's as brine as a leather casey, and smell that gas as we amble past the factories on Chemical Lane, adjacent to the main line, poison arrow straight. And I'll take you to the lake, an oasis of calm but dangerous as oceans, a romantic walk and flirty talk as we dodge amongst the duck muck. Longport Station, it's the gateway to the globe via Crewe and Stoke-on-Trent. Jacobean splendour hidden away, but we've always liked it that way. And I'll show you the world from Woolly Pit Spoil, Vale Park, Shelton Bar Toil, McGuinness's Scrap Yard and a million bottle ovens. All of this, Doc, just for you. I can't show you the future, but I can show you my past and the place where I exist. Come and see my DNA in these beautiful blackened bricks. Cheers.
How's about that for a power trio? Hey? Fantastic. Now, we have in the studio with us, we have Dennis Dinkle.
Hello.
How are you doing? Excellent. So tell our audience a little bit about yourself and how long you've been playing.
Yeah, so I've been knocking around making music since about 2012, playing in bands, and then I've always been told, like, do it yourself. Like, you're always putting tunes out. Like I get bored of songs. Do you know what I mean? I write them and then I get bored of them, and sometimes like taking them in. Yeah. So like Dennis Dinkle's just me being honest with myself and being honest with the rest of what I can do. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And so how have you been sort of producing, getting your music sorted lately? How have you been releasing?
I finally started to do it myself. I mean, I've been technologically inept for however long now that I just thought when I got all this time to sit in front of a computer and be able to actually work my way through it, I managed to get the basics of it. And I like music being in its rawest format. I don't like overproducing stuff for myself. Do you know what I mean? It works for other people, but for me, like I'm sat here with an acoustic guitar. Do you know what I mean? That's how I like it to sort of be portrayed.
And so, as you've been moving forward with your solo project, has that kind of been in response to lockdown and?
Yeah, I mean, definitely been a somewhat of a response. I mean, last year I put out 2 EPs and a single, and then this year just came out with my EP yesterday.
Yeah.
Hope. I mean, I'm probably a foolish musician in the way that I'm happy to accept whatever I get as my first outcome, because I'm just happy to have heard my song recorded. Do you know what I mean? And I just want to push it out. That's the kind of musician that I am.
Brilliant. So where can people find you if they want to track your music down?
It's track my music. It's on every single. Well, this newest EP is on every single platform that you can imagine, which is the first time that I've ever done that. I went through Ditto Music, sorted all that out, and so I'm not gonna name drop all these devils. Do you know what I mean? But everywhere that you could find will stream what you're after.
Excellent. Well, ladies and gents, here is some more music from Dennis Dinkle.
Four seasons an hour. Welcome to England. There's many a shower. When the sun shines, we all go mad, 'cause we spent our winter cold and sad. Newtons a year. Welcome to England. They claim there's nothing to fear, 'cause when the sun shines, we all go mad, 'cause we spent our winter, it's cold and sad. Countless lies every month. Welcome to England, paradise on shunts. When the sun shines, we all go mad, 'cause we spent our winter cold and sad.
offer you one piece of advice for the future. Sod sunscreen. Baby, never fall for a poet. For waif-like ink-stained wrists. Eyelashes that flirt with the rims of wine glasses and the edges of vowels. For the ridging indent of tooth on lip that promises you wealth within its troubled furrows. Don't fall for those lips.
We go back now to our magic Zoom wall of magic. Look who it is, all of these wonderful people. Let's start with Chris, the lad Wilson. I see you've got the lad. I see you've got your Capri Sun ready.
Capri Sun? I'm not.
They give those to astronauts.
Do they?
Apparently, yeah. Used by NASA. So
Chris, the astronaut Wilson.
There we go. That's the T-shirt. That's the T-shirts getting made. So quite a fun day for you yesterday because Camp Stag's album came out.
Yeah. A long time coming.
Yeah.
A long time coming. Yeah, I mean, we've been going for, I can't even remember how long. I think about 2012 maybe. We've been going for about 9 years, and we've popped out a few different EPs and singles over the time. And yeah, we've been, I think we started recording this, or at least started writing the songs for this about 3 years ago. And it's just been a sort of a slow process because we've been doing it all ourselves. We got ourselves a little studio space and we bought all the equipment, got a load of mics, and we sort of practiced on the last EP, Science Fiction, that we put out. And yeah, we just sort of spent the time putting that together. Rich, who plays guitar, has done an absolutely incredible job of producing it. Yeah. And everyone sort of chipped in and done their bits. And obviously, this sort of the last 12 months, we haven't really been able to get into the studio to do any rehearsals. So we've been sort of just doing little bits as we can, and it's all just finally come together.
Brilliant, and it's great. It's a banger of a record. You've done a fantastic job.
Thank you.
You're more than welcome. But also, Bottlecraft tables back out.
Tables and Capri Suns. Yeah, we're back open. We did our first stint on Wednesday. It was really, really nice. The weather has been kind, which has absolutely been a bonus. Yeah. We're taking it sort of steady. We've got obviously quite a limited capacity because we don't have a huge amount of outdoor area, so we're sort of setting some tables up out front. But yeah, it's so far, it's gone really well. Everything's really encouraging. Everybody who's turned up's been really nice. Everyone's been really respectful and understanding of the sort of situation and patient, I guess, as we try and remember how to do our jobs after 6 months off.
I mean, brilliant. And as Molly mentioned earlier, we're all looking forward to hunkering back down for Wordcraft of a night.
Yeah, absolutely cannot wait to get Wordcraft back up and going. We've been doing similar sort of things to this. We've been doing online events. The lovely Miss Emily Galvin has been a huge part of that, and they've been going really well. But yeah, we just can't wait to get back into that room and do them live.
Yeah, same. And speaking of Emily Galvin, I was going to... hello. So, obviously...
I was wondering if you were going to say, speaking of, we're skipping you, and we're going to speak to somebody.
I could never skip you. And as mentioned earlier, this is very much like a sort of celebrity squares. So, would you like general knowledge, art and literature, or things Bob Carroll-Gees has found under his mattress?
That'll be B for me, please.
Oh, brilliant. So, on the theme of art and literature... How have you been doing with writing and so forth over the course of lockdown? Has that been going well?
Yeah, it's been okay. I mean, I'm sure a lot of creators have had the same sort of block. I've been working from home obviously everybody wasn't really leaving their houses, and these 4 walls, I can put as many plants in them as I want, but they're not always inspiring. So I think I really struggled a little bit, but I've had a great focus on putting a book together. So my first collection will be published in September of this year with Verve Poetry Press. They are a publisher from Birmingham, but they're publishing all over the place now. So I guess having that to focus on has been good, has helped me along.
Bit of a buzz. So, and you've also been obviously co-managing with Chris the Wordcraft monthly events and keeping them online. How's that been going?
Yeah. Great. It's been really, really good. It's been really nice to see how much of a community we can still have whilst not being in that hot and sweaty room upstairs. I miss the hot and sweaty room, but it's really nice. We've had people joining Wordcraft now from like India and from the States, and we've had headliners that might not have wanted to travel there and back on the night, but will quite happily sit and do a Facebook Live for us. So that's been really nice. It's really opened a lot of avenues that we're looking at incorporating in when we do get back to live events, sort of trying to make a mix and match of the technology and the in-person. I've been attending them and it's been great to be part of. Now, speaking from something that I'm even more involved in, we have some, us have some Rose and Cloud-based news for stuff that's happening in the coming weeks, do we not? We do indeed. I'm getting my calendar out now because you're the dates guy. But we... Go on.
I was going to say it's June 18th.
It's okay, I've got it in front of me. It's June 18th. Rose and Cloud have got a gig, which is going to be great. We are playing the Sugar Mill. It's going to be all socially distanced, little seating bubbles, really cute and intimate. And we're incredibly lucky to have Merriman supporting us as well. So that's going to be
really looking forward to that.
Really, really good. Yeah.
It is. Now, we also have in our Zoom chat, we have Cynthia Cody. Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm a bit warm. Got to keep it consistent, folks. So tell us all a little bit about yourself and what you do.
So yes, I'm Cynthia. I am a filmmaker, videographer, all-round artist. Just going through life at the minute, exploring what I want to do. The main goal is I aspire to direct films, and I'm currently in the midst of writing one at the moment because one of my main goals this year is to actually take action on the creative thoughts that I have. So throughout lockdown and throughout all of this pandemic stuff, I've just been half working, half on furlough. Now I'm fully back in work. I've done a film, taken up space, and I've also took part in Tomorrow's Garden, but right now I haven't really got much coming up, so I'm just gonna learn some new skills, get some courses going online because they're quite popular at the minute for like digital marketing. And just trying to keep busy basically. I like being busy.
Excellent. Oh, it sounds like you're doing a very good job of keeping yourself that way. That's fantastic. Now, ladies and gents, thank you so much to everybody on the Zoom wall. We'll come back to you soon. And in the meantime, here is some more South Walk.
Well, if you ask me, paint a picture of God.
Thank you for always being there. I know I was a cheeky nightmare, but you saw me through everything. And all you wanted was to hear me sing.
He's a melancholic, alcoholic, a poet. If he'd write, every step took him closer to London, farther from his own. In artistic life, a light trembled on the horizon of his mind. He was not old, nearly a man of 25, but he looked the same way. Since he left you and I, now only wearing a darker pair of eyes. He left home, packed his things and said, "It's fine, I'll go. It's fine, I'll go." And he dragged his broken soul into the city, carrying a suitcase full of self-pity, with a bottle of wine in one hand, half a smoke behind his ear. He found the nearest diver and ordered a chaser without the beer. He tipped the barman, knocked it back, told him he keeps his head clear. He left home, packed his things and said, "It's fine, I'll go. It's fine, I'll go." He headed into the abyss and into the unknown. I've cut, I've broke, I've stoned, and nowhere to call his own. It's fine, he'll go. It's fine, he'll go.
Now, the observant among you may have noticed on our Zoom wall, we have a Mr. John Darley. Here he is. And he said, "Hello, how are you, sir?"
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Bit warm, bit warm. So, what have you been up to over the lockdown? Have you been keeping yourself busy?
Yeah, I've been trying to. I've done as much as I possibly can, really. Over the course of the whole pandemic, I've gone through different sort of phases, and I've done different projects. I've released some of my music. I did a charity single. I've done pretty much an album of songs, a project called Songs for the Soul, where people could basically send me a topic and I'd write a song for them.
Oh, neat.
And I've moved to London as well, so throughout the course of the pandemic, which has been a bit of a mad shift.
Yeah.
So just done what I can, like everyone.
And I see you've been releasing a series of videos, which is really exciting.
Yeah.
So what kind of themes do you like to incorporate into your videos? Is there like a common strand that you like to include?
I suppose the common strand, besides me, would be like I do a lot of public interaction with my videos, which has posed a challenge during the pandemic. But because like a lot of the themes in my music is kind of about pushing through your stuff and being yourself, and you know, so a lot of my videos kind of display that, I suppose. You know, epitomise that message about, you know, sharing yourself with the world, and they're just positive and uplifting and stuff. So I kind of like, I go around and basically go outside into public and dance about and just, you know, be myself, whatever.
Positivity is very much a message that we all need, I think.
Yeah.
So what kind
Yeah,
of,
definitely.
so what have you got coming up project-wise? Is the album sort of due for release, or is it still being worked on?
The album's still being worked on, so I'm currently doing a crowdfunder to finish it. And then I've got a song, I'm working on a video at the moment, actually. And I've got a song coming out soon, and then other songs that I'll be releasing throughout the year. And then hopefully looking at the start of next year for my debut album, yeah. So that's dead exciting.
Brilliant, that is really exciting.
Yeah, just kind of decided I'm not waiting around, you know. I want to
get it done.
Do it myself, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, not waiting for like a label or something like that, you know. And thankfully, I've got people around me supporting me and providing money through this crowdfunding, because it's an expensive game, you know. Yeah. Making music.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's good.
Yeah, it really is. Well, I mean, the good news is that, ladies and gentlemen, what we have now is an opportunity to see John Darley's new video in time.
I've been waiting for my time to come along, but this moment is where all of time belongs. So why put it off? 'Cause in the blink of an eye I will be gone. And how sad to be a star that never shone. So take a breath and step into the light. You don't have to act the part. You don't have to live a lie. 'Cause who you are is divine. I'm singing to myself, hope you don't mind. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh. So while you're waiting for your time to come along, sweetheart, 'cause now is where I always belong. And this gift of life won't last long. So how dare I be a star that could have shone? Thy will be done. I tried to call last night, but the phone wouldn't ring. It was silly you didn't exist, but I know that you did. I know you did. And I miss driving around in your yellow car, singing "Have a nice day." I hope you had a nice day. I hope you had a nice life. I hope I made you proud. I know you're standing with me now. I hope I made you proud. I know you're standing with me now. I miss walking the dark and hearing anecdotes of your brother. And I miss you holding me tight when things didn't feel right. You made them all alright. You make them all alright. I hope I made you proud. I know you're standing with me now. I hope I made you proud. I know you're standing with me now. I know you're standing with me now. I know you're standing with me now. I hope I made you proud. I know you're standing with me now. I hope I made you proud. I know you're standing with me now.
I'm just going to very quickly go back to our Zoom wall. And who do we have? We are looking ahead to next month. We have Gary McNally Skybald.
Hey,
Hey, how are you? How have you
I'm good, man.
Have you enjoyed it this week?
I have, man.
Super.
And I'm sorry to hear that you're so warm. I'm a little bit chilly here. I seem to be the only one on this call that is a little bit nippy today.
Brilliant. Close the window and you'll be set. So you're joining us next week. Next month. Are you looking forward to joining us?
We are, man. We've been meaning to gig with you guys for a while, and every time something keeps happening.
Yes.
This week, you won't believe it, our vocalist had a baby, and he's got to learn priorities, man.
Oh,
like,
dear.
we'll have many other children. You can only gig at the Honeybox once.
Some people, yeah. Well, this is it. Exactly right. And also with us, we have Adam Darcy.
Can you hear me?
I can hear
Sorry.
you.
Yeah,
Yes.
sorry. Yeah, it just went to me. Huh? You okay?
Yeah, good. Bit warm. So this month, have you enjoyed attending this month?
I've loved it. Everything's been watching every act has been great, and then that video was amazing.
Really good, wasn't it? Superb.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's great, brilliant.
So you're looking forward to joining us next month as well?
Oh yeah, definitely. Can't wait. I'll be bringing one of my homemade guitars with me, and yeah.
Oh, superb.
Get to see what that's like.
Great. Well, I mean, I'm looking forward to tuning in, assuming that Lucas and Molly do make it next month. I hope they do. But you've been listening to them all afternoon. We have South Walk with us. How are you?
Hey up, yeah, not too bad, thanks.
Brilliant. You've been having fun this afternoon?
Yeah, I think we've all enjoyed ourselves.
Super. I made that sound far more sarcastic than I intended to. Do apologies. So I gather this is quite a stupendous afternoon for you because this is like your first thing you've ever done.
So yeah, we started back in August last year, and obviously that was back when it was like lockdown 2, I think. So we haven't been able to do anything prior gig-wise, but you know it's been fun today. We've enjoyed it.
Great stuff. And as well, over the course of this pandemic, it's been even more momentous because like 2 of you have turned 18 over the course of the lockdowns.
Yeah, me and Lil Pete, we both turned 18, and it was Jack's super 19th this month as well. So it's all been quite fun for us.
Amazing. So, and you've been using this time to release a single as well, is that right?
Yeah, so back in March we released the single Pictures that's out on every streaming platform you can find. Yeah, so far we've got some good feedback on it, Yeah, but it's gone well.
Brilliant. I mean, it's fantastic. You've absolutely played a blinder today, so that's been fantastic. You must all be chomping at the bit for the venues to be open so you can actually put yourselves in front of audiences.
Yeah, very much so, yeah.
Super. Well, ladies and gents...
Shout out Pidsy, by the way.
Superb. Where can people find your music currently?
We can find it on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I think Instagram it's Southwalk UK, Twitter it's Southwalk Music, and Facebook is just Southwalk.
Brilliant. So I'm going to gloss over the fact that I very nearly skipped that bit entirely, but it's been really good to have you tuning in and listening and enjoying everything that we've been putting on this afternoon, and we hope you can tune in next month. In the meantime, we're going to play out with more Southwalk.
Somebody
If I take you, still miss me.